Yeah, what it is, man. Live and direct, live and direct, live and direct. You know what it is? Miss, you never heard that before. Episode 15. Thank you for everybody that made it, everybody that pulled up and made it to the building. I'm gonna do a little something for you different today. I gotta drop a new kind of episode on you today. I always like to start with a little bit of music. I got many different styles, many different topics for our episodes, but today is something near and dear to me. Not only is it because we have what we have going on in media, what we got going on TV and at the movies, but it's been a big question that's really been on my mind today. Well, for the past few weeks, but should really past a whole lifetime. So I'm gonna drop this episode on you boys. Just sit back, tune in, and ride with me. Miss, you never heard that before. From come on to Abu Dhabi, from Texas to the UAE, on air, and we live. Pull up, Jeff. Ride me for a minute. So today's episode is gonna be called "Why Are We Here?" Ponder on that for a moment. Just think about it. Why are we here? Now, see, it's not where we from, and it's not what happens when we die. It's not what we do while we're here. So the big question is, why are we here? It's the oldest question that's ever been asked. Kings ask these questions. Prophets ask this question. Scientists ask this question. To be real, even children ask these questions. I can remember growing up in Lake Como, Texas, Fort Worth. I would just be up at night wondering, why am I here? What's my purpose? Am I afraid to die? Am I afraid to live? These are the kind of thoughts that's even on the minds of kids back then and still now to this day. So, and the strange thing is, for all of human history, nobody, and I mean no one, has really came to an agreement on what that answer really is, what that answer could be. So I ask you, what is it? Some say it's to serve God. Some say it's to love. Some say it's to work. It's to build. It's to leave something behind. Others even say, maybe to life, there's no purpose at all. What side do you fall on? But for tonight we're going to explore the possibility of rumors and things that you never heard before. What if the purpose is to find the answers, but the purpose is to become a question yourself? Let's ride on that. Thought-provoking question. Why are we here? So I'm going to take about 20 minutes of your time today for this episode number 15. Miss, you never heard that before. Stay tuned. Just my thoughts dropping every single day live. Catch it. Push that button right at the bottom to subscribe, share, like, comment. We'll be providing with you many questions throughout this episode, just to see your thoughts on how you feel on life. And I want you to just take a few minutes and take a brief moment of your time to answer those questions. Let me know your thoughts and let me know what you're thinking. So I'll be dropping a few segments, asking you some questions about just your inner thoughts, your deep thoughts about how do you feel about this life? Why are we here? Do we have a purpose? Is there a cause? Is there a higher being? Are we the only ones here on this planet? So sit back, tune in, go to Germany. Again, this you never heard that before. Episode 15. Why are we here? All right. So first question I got for you boys and ladies and gentlemen, the people in the building with me is, why is there a human obsession with purpose? Think about it. Every movie we watch, every TV show we watch, every book we read, there's always a hero searching for something. And it's always an antagonist that gets in his way, but a hero is always on the search, on the prowl, on the hunt for something. The War of the World movie. Remember that? Remember that movie? What was happening in that movie? Humanity was searching for survival. The End of Days, one of my favorite movies. They were searching for their faith. And one of my top movies of all time, checking my age, Sixth Sense. The whole Sixth Sense movie was revolving around the understanding that the truth was hidden in plain sight. So the audience, and then during those times of the movies, the audience keeps asking, what's really going on? The journey always seemed way more important than the final answer. So think about it. In those movies, once the mystery was solved, the movie ends. So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be crazy if life was the same way? Is it like once you figure out that mystery, life's over? I mean, could it mean that certainty symbolizes the end of growth? Imagine this for a minute. Imagine tomorrow you learn the absolute truth about everything. Just think about it. Just tomorrow, if you learn all the questions you had throughout your life, whether you're 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, no matter how old you are. Just think of yesterday, tomorrow, you learn the absolute truth of everything you needed to know. Why you're here. What happens after death? Do aliens exist? Does God even exist? Everything. I mean, if you found out everything you wanted to know tomorrow, would you still be curious about things in life? Would you still explore? Would you still dream? Or would the adventure be over? Think about that. Got a question for you. Leave me a comment in the chat. I got a question for you. If you could know everything that you needed to know in life right now, would you actually want to know? If you could find out everything you needed to know in life right now, would you actually want to know? Would you? Or would you be fine with not knowing? Think about that. Would you really want to know? Leave me a comment. If you could find out everything that you needed to know in life right now, would you want to know? Now, I got something I want to introduce you to this theory. I don't know if you heard about it or even know what I'm talking about when I say this. Have you ever heard of the cosmic classroom theory? No? I'm glad you asked. Let me explain it to you for a minute. Okay. Here's a perspective. Now, I've heard this discussed before, but never to the extent or never discussed really enough as it should be, in my opinion. So, what if you found out Earth wasn't the destination? What if Earth was like a classroom? Now walk me for a minute, walk me like, what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Maybe it's my background that got me thinking like this. But think about it. What if Earth wasn't the final destination, not the movie? But what if it wasn't the end point? It was just a classroom. No punishment, no paradise, a classroom, a learning environment. Peep this. Think about school. For some of you, think back further than others, because I know some of you older than us, but think back. It's been a while for me also. But think back. Think about school. Nobody enters school knowing everything. You're expected to fail. You're expected to make mistakes. You're expected to get answers wrong. You're not getting everything right. It's a learning experience. Isn't that what life should be? A learning experience. What if life is exactly that? You're moving forward. You're learning. You're growing. What if, in the world that we are living in now, what if success, I know from Instagram to YouTube videos to streams to podcasts, what if success isn't measured by money or monetary value? What if success is measured by growth? Maybe every difficult person you encounter in your life, maybe that's something that's teaching you patience. What if every failure was there to teach you resilience? What if every heartbreak only happened to teach you empathy? What if every success really was a precursor to having you learn how to handle responsibility? Maybe life isn't happening to us. Maybe life is happening for our education. Think about it. Got a quote for you. Like I say, don't quote me on this. What if graduation isn't wealth, but what if graduation was wisdom? What if getting to that next level, the upper level, like Lyra, when you reach that upper level, your mind, body, and soul must be one. It's a simplified. My favorite movies, Bruce Lee with the Dragon. But think about it. What if graduation wasn't based on wealth? What if your graduation was built on wisdom? When you want to graduate with a lot of wisdom, think about that. Life is about mistakes, and don't get me wrong, you learn by your failures, but you got to actually learn from the failure, from the mistake. Don't keep making that mistake over and over and over again. You just have to learn the experience, but learn that lesson once so you don't have to learn it again. All right. Got another question for you guys, and ladies and gents, boys and girls. Are we really separate? What I mean by that, are we really separate? Let's go deeper. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's get deeper. Dwayne and Listen, child. All right. So you and I, we share the same. We share much of our same DNA with every other human in this world. All who knows the count by now, but billions and billions of people that we know of. Same DNA in animals, even the same DNA with some plants. Learned that. I've been YouTube watching all night long from time to time. So I'm listening, growing, learning to some. So even with plants. So scientifically speaking, we are all more connected than we realize. Yes, we are. Even the people you don't like, you're connected to them, whether you realize it or not. Yet, every day, we live separate. My problems, my family, my success, my failures. So we live in every day as if we're not connected to somebody. What if that separation that we face or we think we're in, what if that separation is an illusion? What I mean by that? Okay. Imagine the ocean. It has millions and millions of waves, different shapes, different sizes, different direction. Yet, every wave comes from the same ocean. That's deep, right? What if the ocean is really an explanation for humanity? Different faces, different culture, different beliefs, but one source, one story, one connected experience. One connected experience. Question for you. And I thought I was crazy by the people used to tell me that when I used to watch not per se sad movies, but it could be a comedy movie, it could be an action movie, but it'd be a part in the movie where it was like either some conflict that would one of the characters would go through something that would hurt them or upset them. And then to be honest, it would make me feel a certain way. Like you see them crying or going through stuff. It would make you either reflect on something you've been through in your life, or you would just maybe connect with that person. And when they cry, you cry, we cry together. It would touch me like this. I never knew because I have a sense of empathy. So I shouldn't be upset much. But think about it. If someone else suffers in life, when you see someone else suffering, does that at some point make you suffer even just a little bit? Does that make you suffer or even feel it a little bit? It does for me. I feel the connection. I feel like I'm in that ocean. I'm one of the waves, different shape, different size, different culture, different belief. Same source, same story, one connected experience. It's real like that, but we all connected, man. Miss, you never heard that before. Don't forget to press the button. Many people have been contacting me saying, I seen some of your episodes pop up, your daily, just my thoughts, but I didn't realize I wasn't subscribed. Don't upset yourself later. You want to miss it. Don't miss out. Breaking news. The summer's almost here, so I'm going to be dropping way more episodes than I usually am. I'm going to be consistent with this. So you say consistent. You follow me. You share. You like. You subscribe. What have you? All right. Let's move on to my next segment. And thank you. You already gave me 13 minutes of your time. I appreciate you. Also, make sure you share. Questions? We're here for it. Preguntas. All right. So let's do the alien test. I know it's a big thing too, especially one of my favorite movies that's out now on Disclosure Day. Many movies from the past also, and even the algorithm is consistent with this. How do you feel about aliens? Okay, I tell you how I feel. Let me ask you a strange question. May not be strange to you, but vibe with me for a minute. Let me ask you a question. All right. Suppose tomorrow aliens arrive, and I ain't talking about in movies. I'm not talking about on TV. I'm not talking about on someone's IG post or someone's quick picture that could be true or false. But let's say they arrive tomorrow. Actually, the world arrived. What would happen? Think about it. What would actually happen? For one moment, politics, races, countries, class, none of that would even matter. You know why? Because for one time, the world would be on one team, the humanity team. We'll team up then, wouldn't we? Interesting, huh? Interesting. Things that divide us or divide the world, it all will disappear. Why? Because we'll finally realize that we had that connection. Here's my deeper question. Why do we need aliens to come in the world to tell us that? How come we couldn't just realize that for ourselves, that we're all connected? Why we couldn't realize that for ourselves? And now think about it. Since school could be since life or this earth could be a classroom, maybe that's one of the lessons that we should be learning. how to be connected, how to be one humanity. I keep saying it, but one source. I love saying that. One source, one experience. But maybe that's just what we're supposed to be learning here. I got a perspective that most people won't think about and most people won't talk about. Okay. And this idea changed the whole way that I was thinking. My whole train of thoughts. What if what if we are not here on this earth to find a purpose? And that's hard for me to realize because my whole life I've been saying, from even the books, giving purpose, what's my purpose? Just your whole life trying to find a purpose. But I've just been thinking about it. What if life is not about trying to be here to find a purpose? How about what if you're here to create it? You know what I'm saying? What if we're here to create those moments? I mean, think about it. Musicians create purpose with their music. Teachers create purpose through their students. Parents find purpose through their families. People who volunteer, they find their purpose through their service and helping other people. Friends, your friends find their purpose through loyalty, being loyal to you. I mean, what if meaning is not discovered? Maybe it's built. Maybe meaning is built brick by brick, day by day, experience by experience, choice by choice. Maybe that's what builds life, or that's what builds purpose. You create your purpose. Ever thought about that? You create your purpose day by day, brick by brick, experience by experience, failure by failure, win after win, success by success, choice after choice. Daily, you're expanding. Like I said, like my boy Shannon Sharp, you say, every day you building your resume by the experience you go through, by the way you live your life, by the way you change from your mistakes and from your failures or from your successes. Every day you're building it. You're building your purpose. You can't find what's inside of you. As I feel about it. Okay, the universe may not hand us a mission. Maybe the universe hands us freedom. And then the universe asks us, what will you do with it? What will you do with the time and the freedom that we've given you to have on this earth? Maybe that's what the universe is asking us. That's a terrifying yet beautiful thought. The purpose ultimately belongs to you. The purpose belongs to you. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do? What you gonna do now? What you gonna do now? Tell me. The M-I-double-S-Y-E, that S-Y-E, that S-Y-E is gonna be some tragedy. What you gonna do? All right, so the questions, let's think about the questions that matter. What's the big question? Why are we here? Why are we here? To connect? Maybe. To serve God? Maybe. To serve others? Maybe. To love, to care, to leave something for the next generation? Maybe. What if we're not? Truth is, all of these things that we're thinking about could be the truth. But then again, maybe none of this is the truth. Maybe a better question isn't the why are we here, but what are we doing with the time we have? What are you doing with the time that you have? My question for you, big question, leave me a comment. Let me know in the chat. What does success look like to you? What does successful life look like to you? Is it wealth? Is it time? Is it your happiness? Is it your sadness? Is it how you helping other people? How you serving people? How you serving God? What does success look like in your life? Another question for you. What failure has taught you the most? What failure has been the best teacher for you? Do you feel like, another question, and all these questions I want you to answer. Share them. I'll ask your friends that. Whatever, maybe you need to think about these when you in your zone. Is humanity connected? Do you believe humanity is connected? Do you believe you're connected to your fellow man, your fellow woman, everywhere around the world? Is humanity connected? And like I said, that disclosure that got me really thinking about this. This is a big thing, right? I know it really it really could mean like the purpose, the reason why. Like everything can mean, it can mean more than one thing. But in that movie Disclosure Day, I don't want to give away any hints to people that haven't seen it yet. But in the movie, it was talking about how they were holding the truth from people, but it was like, were they holding away for the sake of the people or for the sake of themselves, so they can continue to live the lives that they want to live? But think about it. All right, if there was an alternate or a different life form that was there, different civilization that's here in the world with us, would you want proof that they were here, or would you like living life continue to think that they weren't? Would you want the actual proof? Would you want the proof? Because the proof is in the pudding. Would you actually want to know if they were here? Big question. Big question. Would you want to know? Would you want proof? Would you want proof that you're not in this world alone? Big question for you now. What gives your life meaning? What gives your life meaning? These are some questions that you really need to, if you haven't thought about these questions before, take the time to think now. This is real life. How would you feel? Think about that. What gives your life meaning? Really think about it. Think deep on that. What gives your life meaning? Don't pause for real. So, is life about discovering? Is it about building? Is it about love? Is it about friendships? Is it about connection? Is it about serving? Like I said before, it could be all of these things or it could be none. But ask yourself this. If your last day on this earth was tomorrow, would you be proud of the questions that your life has been asking? Your life should be asking questions. Your whole life should be about asking questions, trying to find that stuff, trying to find that purpose and understanding. Not your purpose, not like the purpose of what's going on around you. Like, why are these things happening? Am I connected to it somehow? So is it about serving others? Is it about feeling empathy for others, knowing that they should feel the same way about you? We're all connected, we're all family. I don't know. Like I said before, these are questions that's been asked since the beginning of time, whenever that was. We can't agree on that. But I just want to drop that for you. I just was feeling a little deep questions on you today. Let's recap. So our episode today was about why are we here? We talked a little bit about the human obsession with purpose. For some reason, every human I've contacted or seen or talked to, they always want to find out, what is my purpose? Is that what it's really all about? We talked about the cosmic classroom theory. What if this earth is really a classroom? Everything we're going through, just experiences and learning opportunities to grow from. What if that's it? What if success is not based on monetary value, but based on your growth? How will you grow? What will you do to grow? What will you do to maintain that growth? We also talked about the alien test. What would happen? How would you feel if you knew for sure, for certain, for sure enough that you weren't the only person or only thing living, only living creature on this earth? How would you feel? Would everything be in pandemonium? Would you be nervous, pervers? Would you be looking at people different, knowing that it could be an alien just right next to you? Could you go to sleep at night? I'm just saying those things. I gave you a little bit about perspective and nobody talks about. Idea that changed everything for me. Thinking about, do we really create our purpose? What value do we put into it? How do people find their purpose? As I said, musicians find their purpose in the music they create. Teachers find their purpose in the children or the students that they reach. A volunteer finds their purpose in serving, helping others, their value, their impact on people. We talked about the questions that matter. Is it really about how you live your life, who you're living your life for? In my previous episodes, I already talked about the why, the why, the why. The why should drive you to do the what. The why should drive you to do the what you're doing. Questions lead to other questions. So until next time, keep questioning. Keep questioning. Keep coming up with questions. It's more powerful than the answer. I promise you. So you know what it is. Miss, you never heard that before. Thank you for letting me borrow a few minutes, a few moments of your time. Please watch all the way from the beginning, all the way to the end. Push that button. Subscribe, share, repost. Why are we here? Just my thoughts. Just what I was thinking at the time. It's your boy, Miss. You never heard that before. From Como to Abu Dhabi to Dubai. Holla at your boy. Summertime coming. In the comments, also drop me in the comments. Where should I go for vacation this year? You know what time it is, vacation time. It's already June. You know, my vacation don't start till mid-July, but when it comes, give me some comments. I'm thinking Europe. I'm thinking somewhere we've never been before. I don't know about that. I don't know. Is it a usual spot for vacation, or is it somewhere new? Should we actually look up somewhere new where we haven't been before? Drop it in the comment. Miss, you never heard of that before. Episode 15. Tomorrow I'll be dropping another one of just my thoughts, just what I was feeling at the time. Share, comment, subscribe. Holla, it's your boy.